From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Enough of the Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh, but.
What's up, everybody? This is D from Brooklyn, starting a new project. If you guys have been following me on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, you'll know that I do a lot of outdoor stuff whenever I can here in Brooklyn, especially with the container ponds. And I'm a plant guy. I've been keeping plants my whole life. Thanks, Mom, for starting me in that hobby. God bless you. But one of the issues that I have on a regular and have stopped me from doing a lot of things is pests. And when I say pests, I have a lot of pests in Brooklyn that you wouldn't think that we actually have, but we get possums, I get raccoons. I had a humongous raccoon back here one time. I had possums get in here. They get into your containers, they get into your plants. I get the neighbors' cats, they come over the fence, they dig up my plants, they make a real mess. So one of the things that I'm gonna do is I'm building a greenhouse. Not a big one, but a greenhouse big enough to keep a few containers, try to grow a few aquatic plants, keep some more sensitive species that I can protect from the cold, and get a good start in the spring. So let's take a look. Alright, well, this is the greenhouse that I got. As you can see, it's small. It's not a big greenhouse, about 3-4 foot in depth, a few feet wide. I just want to grow a few things in it. This I got online. It's not a big one, but I wanted to basically see how it does out here. I don't have a big space, but I'm gonna pretty much put it in this little corner over here where I get a lot of sun, but it's also one of the places that I had possums actually run up the stairs and hang out in my yard. So I'm gonna move a few things around. I'm gonna get my daughter to help me put it together. I'm gonna have the container pond over there, so it'll be under my grapevine. I'm gonna trim that back, see how big the footprint is, fit it in there, and I'll take you along for a ride. So I won't have you go through the whole build because that can get a little boring, but I'll give a few shout outs at various stages of its development, and hopefully it does what I want it to do. Basically, I want to be able to protect my plants, like, you know, like these I even put in here. Even like my mint, they will go in there and dig it up and like just try to eat my herbs and stuff. So can you believe I had to come to this just to protect my stuff? I had to put it in a tank. So I'm hoping that the greenhouse will help me out with that problem. And from there, maybe I'll go bigger down the road. Maybe I'll change my landscape back here a little more, because I also like to have a spot to chill out. So, you know, maybe I'll have a bigger greenhouse down the road that we can actually come outside and sit in, put a little chair, something like that. But let's see how it goes. So let's get building. All right, so now here we are. We got all of the parts laid out. It's probably going to be smaller than I anticipated, but big enough to do what I wanted to do, is pretty much hold those containers, grow some plants, maybe I have some vegetables, things in there, keep everything warm, and I may even be able to keep some stuff out into the winter months. So just gonna get building. I'm not gonna bring everything into step-by-step mode, but just to give you an idea what the finished product will look like. Probably put a couple of containers here in the bottom, put some plants here, some aquatic plants, grow some stuff that I can bring to the club, trade with a few friends and so forth, and get started. So alright, that's it for the introduction. Next time we should have this built. Okay, wonderful. After a bit of help, awesome assistant here, we did it. Put it together. There were a few times where I thought I actually was missing pieces. You know, when you get all these pieces put together, you know, you always feel like you're missing something, but it's actually really light, but this plastic is pretty heavy, so it's not bad. It's got this reinforced mesh in there. We're gonna put the shelves in here. These shelves are light too. They just kind of sit on here like that, you know, so it should be good enough. I'll put my tubs in the bottom, so I don't have to worry about the shelves supporting the weight, because the shelves are really light, not meant for holding water. And you squeeze these. Everything is strapped together, pretty heavy. It was only 4 shelves. That's it. And that's it. So that's actually just big enough to fit in that little corner. Hold these tubs. Let me grab one of these tubs, because maybe I'll put the tub in there, maybe I won't. just take the lid and see if this fits in here. But I think I'll just put the tubs on the bottom like that. There, fits in there perfectly actually. And I can have that open. It's actually very warm in here. I thought I was gonna kill myself in here because I was in here with it closed up. It's probably like 10 degrees warmer inside this plastic. So yeah, that my tubs will go in there. I'll put those on the bottom, which kind of negates why I built that, but who knows, I can make a table out of that. I can easily adapt that into like a garden table, and we'll put it in place. So that looks good and very promising. So if you guys are looking, I ordered this on eBay. I'll put the link below. Did I order it on eBay? Yeah, I ordered it on eBay. It was pretty cheap. It's like 40, 50 bucks, 40 bucks. And you got a nice spot to have your aquaponics outside without the birds diving in there, squirrels getting in there, pigeons taking a drink and everything. So I'll give you a thank you very much. I'll put everything together, and the last shot will be of everything in place. And here's the finished product. It is not bad at all. It is really, really light. So I had to strap it down. It comes with straps. I used to strap it down. I've strapped it down. I've actually anchored it to my fence. I put some old block around the bottom to make sure no animals are going to try to fiddle their way around the bottom. I'm going to also put mesh around the inside to make sure nothing comes in here. And as you can see, my little container ponds fit in here nicely. There's one there. This one has some water. I'm going to fill them up with some water, and I'm going to check the temperature. I'm going to keep plants in here like vegetables, things of which will absorb the evaporation and moisture that comes out of those containers, because it is very hot in here. I don't even know, the temperature is going to be pretty high in here. So I have an automatic watering system that I got, a little automatic waterer that similar to an auto top off for aquarium, which will keep everything in here as far as the plants watered, because I'm concerned with it being so hot in here. You can also leave this open. It has a nice little tie up. Keep it open. It has little vents scattered around here and there. But yeah, really well put together. It's really light. I mean, it's not super duper material. It's a pretty thin metal bar, but as far as my needs, I think it's really nice, and it's a really good Kickstarter as far as letting me know if this is something I would like to incorporate into my garden over there. Like maybe I'll cut that down a little bit and make something bigger to incorporate more of a walking garden. I'm already seeing bugs flying in and they can't get out. So if I do get any bugs in here, they won't last long in this heat. But I was also concerned as far as the pollinators. You know, if I grow vegetables, you know, you need beneficial insects in order to keep them done. But more or less, I'm more concerned with the temperature that the water is going to be, because if I can keep that water in the like 78, 80 range, I'll grow like a fancy fish in here, whatever I can get in here at that high temperature. Then I can get tropicals in here. So I just thought that would be an interesting thing. And is about 5 feet in width. It's about 6 feet high in the middle, and it's about 27 inches front to back. So not too bad, not too shabby. Zips closed. And once again, it's not the cheapest material. I've seen really cheap material, man. You can't beat it for like 40 bucks. I mean, really. So if you guys are looking for something to put outside as far as getting your container ponds secure, if this was a little smaller, I could get a tub a little smaller, like a 50-gallon tub, and it would fit right in the bottom of that, and that would be really nice. I could grow plants, grow down into it. I'm gonna have some aquatic plants, which is why I have my Applebee's containers. They're perfect for starting seed or for growing Anubis. Just take the top out, put some water in there. Guess what? You're growing swords, you're growing Anubis, you're growing whatever you want, and you can cut them, propagate them, and grow them all over the place. So stay tuned, click subscribe, see how this pans out. If you got any questions, post them in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Till next time, this is D signing off with my first greenhouse. See ya.